Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Golden Kamuy season 4 episode number 11 reaction. So the previous episode it was a very what can I say, it was a very anxiety inducing episode. Like, this show kills off characters. That's why I was like, throughout the whole episode I was thinking like, oh no, someone's going to die here. But thankfully nothing of that sort happened. Tanigaki and what's her name, Inkaramat, like Inkaramat was taken in as hostage, and obviously she's pregnant, so Tanigaki comes in to save her and gets chased by Tsukishima, and yeah, so that was the whole thing. Tsukishima kept chasing them. Koito comes in later on by the end of it and talks to Tsukishima and tells him that, like, your way of, like, following orders of Surumi isn't healthy. Like, if you want to like like if you want to believe in the goodness of Surumi, then you have to follow me. Like, don't do what I say you not to do, and follow me, then everything will be fine. By the end of it, Tsukishima actually just like, all right, fine, and decides not to, like, attack Tanigaki and let them go. And yeah, the baby was delivered. Everything is okay. Tanigaki leaves with Inkaramat, but I get the feeling that he's going to come back after keeping Inkaramat somewhere safe. He's going to come back and help Sugimoto and Ashipa out again, but I'm not really sure. There was like a little thing I kind of realized where they were talking about what is Surumi's plan, and he was like, like Tsukishima talked about like a bone that he had, a little bone. So I think that his one of the main goals is to actually, like, to capture the place where his wife and child is buried, like, because he wants, like, them to rest in Japan. That kind of thing, I feel like. I'm not really sure, but let's see what happens. Yeah, in this one, episode number 11, let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles in the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's start. So here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yeah, these two are over here. Hmm. Wait, oh my god. What the hell? He's so lucky. Kadokawa. He's so lucky. Like, he talks about how unlucky he is, and he's just. Lot of people from. Oh, the Hijikata. Yep. Oh, here we go. Nogata's here. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good disguise, I gotta say. Utashinai. Oh, wait, what? Is. What the? Wait, who's this? Oh no. Yeah? Who is this? New character. Nah, 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 nah. Oh god, this is why you don't follow strangers. Good god. Yeah. Uh, for a moment, I was thinking they were talking about Hijikata again, like, in a disguise selling candy. But this is someone else. Like, wait, how many prisoners are even there? Like, I'm just wondering now. Like, like throughout these 4 seasons, we've seen a lot of prisoners, you know. Like, so I'm wondering how many prisoners did No Perabo, like, you know, like do the map on? Total how many? Probably quite a lot because we've been finding a lot of prisoners from season 1 to this season. I think they mentioned it. I probably forgot like how many prisoners there were. I think I forgot. Hmm. Team ship. What? What is that? Yeah. Yo. I. Oh god. Wow. These two are not the ones. Like. Oh my. Wait, is this the meme? Oh my god, the meme. What the hell? They actually did the meme. Oh god, what? I cannot. Wait, is this Orochimaru's voice actor? I think so. Oh wow. Ooh. You can see in his. Yo. Okay. Oh no, this is definitely not one of the prisoners, is it? No, no. Okay. Uh, maybe to. Oh no, no. Maybe. Wait a minute. No, no. Maybe to mask the fact that he also like to trick others that. Or maybe not. Like I was thinking maybe to trick others that he's one of the prisoners. He actually made a like the tattoos in his face. And I think he's a murderer, isn't he? Yeah, I think so. Wow. Yep, he's the one who's killing them. Okay, well, alright. I'm getting mixed feelings. He probably tricked us. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, we just assumed that, oh. Chopu River. Oh, there he is. Right. Hmm. Okay. Several. Hmm. Okay. Won't go. He wants more. Okay. The way he's standing. Yeah, and also like to keep an eye out. Yeah, to keep an eye out. I don't know. Let's see. Letter. Um. Okay, something's going to happen here. Oh God! Here we go. Both, both are those. Well, yeah, he's a pirate. We'll run them over. Yo. Oh! Oh! Well, you got one of them. That guy, is that Hijikata in disguise? I don't know, like that old man, you seeing him? It wouldn't surprise me if it was Hijikata. Okay, so. Oh, damn. Ooh! Like a fish. Oh no, the gunpowder. Will it work? I guess it's a. Here we go! He's like, oh, should I see my bro? Yeah. Oh! Oh, you just threw. Wait, your gun. Oh no. Working for you? Okay. Wait. Oh no, it's. Oh my god, it's the. Yeah. Well, I love how everything gets so complicated every time. Like everyone like comes at the same place at the same time. Hmm. What tattoo? What? Okay, what? What type of rumor is that? Uh. Okay, never mind. I thought this was Hijikata. Who the hell are you? Oh, he's a postal worker. Okay. She was sleeping throughout this thing. He's like, ah, hello there. Goodbye. Uh, e- oh no no no. Oh no! Oh my god, they'll realize from the. Yep. Wow. First time firing a gun. He's like, oh, finally, my time has come. Yes, I can finally use this thing. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Yeah. Hey yo, that's hilarious. That's actually hilarious. Oh, they're gonna ram it in. Yep, they're gonna ram it in. Yeah. Oh. Wait, what the? Oh, he. Okay, okay. Oh no, Zukin. Ah, that's not good. Yeah. No, it won't happen anymore. It won't happen. Oh, okay. You idiot. Oh no, the recoil. What the hell is happening here? Oh, are they going to anchor? You. Citizens. Uh, wait, what is he doing? Oh, he's going to yank the whole thing. Um, yeah. Oh no, he's going to go crazy now. Oh my god! Yo! That's crazy what he did there. Please calm down. This guy. She's luring him in with. Yeah, over there. Yes, thank you. Yeah. Oh no! Oh god, chaos again. Yeah, so you calm down now. Oh, what? What's gonna do? Fist fight? Okay. You walk. Huh. Oh. You know what? I I always thought about this. What if one of the prisoners died in a bad way and the tattoos actually got eaten, burned? What will they do then? Yeah, like, oh, you won't find the gold. But yeah, I guess that's true. Wow. Yeah. Um. Okay. Upper class citizen. Okay. No. I guess that's a better plan than everyone else what they're trying to do. Yeah. Yeah. No. Nah. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you know what that also like the Tanigaki story as well. Mm. Oh, this his past. Yeah. Mm. Oh. Mm. This is where he started calling himself immortal. Mm. Yeah. Oh wait, wait. This is he realized from what was his name? Heita, wasn't it? Yeah. He realized that he like Sugimoto and they came in contact with him. I'm guessing because yeah, I think Heita also showed him the thing before. Oh, there's that guy. I saw him. The one with the candy seller. Hmm. That's it. Was there something else? No. All right. That is this episode. Okay. So we met Otaro. I think that was his name in this episode. Properly, we get introduced to him, and yeah. So okay. So this episode, we begin with uh, what's his name? Usami and the other guy. I always forget his name. Anyways, these two, they are here to find out the murderer who's been like like doing the killings. So we saw him like like them talk about this in one of the previous episode where what's his name? Mm, oh god, Usami was like, oh, I can feel, I can smell a person like me, like like the one who kills only for fun. So that's why they're here and they're trying to find out. I love how they were just talking about Hijikata, and they're like, oh, like yeah, I hope if we like run into them or something. And then there is oh god, the names. Kadokura, yeah, Kadokura. Kadokura and Kirau's just there, and Kadokura's like, oh, look at that. Like a money, like tries to pick it up. Again, missing, and obviously missing there, like like them looking at him, like they didn't really notice that he's there, and I guess they don't know about Kiraush, so they didn't really recognize him. Kadokura, the only person who Usami would have been would recognize, he was like like lowering down and trying to get that money, so he wasn't able to see him. So again, his luck just favored him again. Oh god, but yeah. Anyways, and like Usami was like, wait a minute, I feel like I heard something, someone like a familiar like voice, but then he like just ignored it and just started moving. So okay, next we see Hijikata as well, talking to. Okay, yeah, these two. It'll take a while for me to remember the names. This other guy who joined us, like with the whole Tony Anji situation. As I think yeah, from that point onwards. Yeah, he came here, and Ogata was like, "Wait a minute, like you're here? I didn't expect you to betray Surumi." And he was like, "Neither did I." Okay, so they talk about how what to do, and like what type of disguise they should take, and they were like, "Why don't you take the disguise of the candy seller? That you did before Hijikata." Uh, so yeah. Next, we see Ashiripa and Sugimoto asking around about the pirate, and they're like, "Oh, have you seen a strange man with tattoos and everything?" And she talks about, like, this person who they were asking talks about a candy seller. Okay, so here this is a new character, I'm guessing. Okay, interesting. I wasn't expecting another new character, and I'm really not sure if this guy's a prisoner, because like here's the thing. Later on, as they kind of talk, like like go and talk to him, they're like, oh, like show your face. He shows his face, and there's like tattoos all over, and they're like, oh, like this is a tattoo that he did himself. So yeah, probably not a prisoner. Now I don't know. Like this can go either two way. Either number one, he deliberately painted his face filled with tattoo to kind of trick others into thinking like, oh, he's not a prisoner, because they'll be like, oh, these tattoos, you're the ones who did it. So yeah, false lead, I guess, and then they'll just leave. And he actually has the tattoo in his body. He just throws people off by showing his face with tattoos and telling them that, oh, I did it myself. And like most of the time it'll work, because like just like what happened here with Sugimoto, he was like, oh, then it's probably not you, because they'll think that, oh, it's the tattoos they have done and he has done himself, so it's not the prisoner. So that might be the case, or maybe he really is not a prisoner. Maybe that's just like something like, and he just knows about the gold, that's all. Like either of these two, like I would guess, like I don't know, like there's a very like kind of 50-50 chance of this happening. I cannot really guess or stress one of the like outcomes, because both of the outcomes have similar chances of happening. Like either he's a prisoner or he's not. Either he tricks other people by showing his face and tricking them into thinking he's not a prisoner, or he really doesn't have the tattoo. Either of it, it's like a 50-50 chance. I'm not really sure which it is. We'll get to know in the future, I'm guessing. When we get to know more about him. Either way. But yeah, now here's another thing. So, is he the criminal that has been killing people? It seems like it, because the first thing that we see he does is like he lures in a child. He's like, "Oh, come with me," and he's like, "I'm going to show you like like, give you candy," and he's like, "Oh, candy, yay!" Gives him a piece of code, and he's like, "Ah, this is not candy. Where's my candy?" And he's like, "All right, that was a joke. Come with me. I'm going to show you where the candies are." And the kid just follows him, and yeah, like, so obviously this kind of shows that he might be the killer. Now, Golden Kamuy does this multiple times. They trick us into thinking one thing, and then we get to see another thing happening. So, who knows? This might be another one of those tricks, what they're trying to do. And later on, when we'll get to know that, oh, he's actually not the killer, he's actually a candy seller or something. He really took that kid somewhere else and gave him candy. I don't know. It might be something like that, because this show loves doing that. They make you think something, and then later on completely like turns it upside down, and we realize that, wait a minute, this is not how it was supposed to go. So they tricked us, that type of thing. So yeah, like, let's just wait. I don't want to make any guesses here, because most of the times the guesses don't work in this show. They just completely turn everything upside down. But either way, yeah, that guy is suspicious. That is true. So next we see Sugimoto coming to this place and asking and kind of checking out all the candy sellers. And the first guy who's like like kind of selling candies, he's like, "Oh, I'm going to give you money, so like just take off your dress." And he's like, "Why?" And he's like, "I just want to see your nipple." And he's like, "I'm not that cheap." And I love how Ashipa's like, like this, like nodding her head, while Shiraishi is doing his own thing, like just dousing people in water. And he's like, "Oh, and I'm sorry. Here, change your clothes. I'm gonna." Like that thing he's doing, and everyone's like, "What the hell is happening? Why are they bothering us? Chase them down!" And they chase Sugimoto and Shiraishi down, and they run away. Okay, now this part is actually hilarious. They actually recreated the whole meme. The meme about I think Pennywise, isn't it? It's Pennywise, isn't it? I think so. Yeah, with the whole there's like a something falls in like a sewer, and someone goes there to find something, find that thing, and Pennywise comes in from there, and he's like kind of like that whole meme. I'm sure everyone has like seen that meme. Like, it's pretty popular. So as soon as I saw that sewer, I was like, okay, are they actually doing this? Are they actually recreating the meme? And they actually did it. I thought it would be the candy seller in the sewer, but it was actually Shiraishi. And it's like, stop, the ball falls in this the hole, and he looks in, the kid looks in, Shiraishi pops up. And I love how his nose is also kind of red. That was hilarious. I wasn't expecting, this is such a random scene, just a random meme, just in this part. Oh god, this caught me so off guard. And he's like, "Hey kid, have you seen any guys with weird tattoos?" And the kid's like, "Yeah, oh, over there." Shit is like, "Wait, really?" And then we get to see this guy, the candy seller, and Shiraishi and Sugimoto goes and asks him oh, stops him, and okay, so yeah, I'm pretty sure he's Orochimaru's voice actor. He's voice actor, and also that old lady, I forgot her name from Gintama. Ota, 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 something with Ota. I forgot her name. The old woman from Gintama. Anyways, like same voice actor. So he's like, "Oh, look at here, like on a little magic trick. I'll make the candy appear," and then jump scares Shirashi with like a Jack in the Box. And yeah, so and then like Sugimoto comes in, and Sugimoto's like, "Oh, I need to see your face. It seems like you have some tattoos, here and there." And then he's like, shows his face, and it's like filled with tattoos. Like, is this another reference to? I don't know. Like like I don't know the names, but like this one rapper. What was his name? I think the rappers nowadays. Like, uh, you know what? I'm gonna check. I think his name is like Takashi something 69 or something. You know what? Let me check. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yep, Takashi 69. And not only him, like a lot of the rappers nowadays with the whole like face, like tattoos and everything. I was like, what the hell? Like now, here's the thing. He says like I did it myself. At which Sugimoto's like I was saying, Sugimoto's like, oh, then probably false lead. But maybe this is the trick. He tells other people that, oh, like look at this, look at my face, I did it myself, to trick them into like thinking that it was a false lead. But he's a prisoner. He actually has the like oh, but no, I don't think he's a prisoner because Shirashi looked at him. Like Shirashi should know all the prisoners, shouldn't he? So I don't know. Like I'm not really sure. Let's see. Because yeah, Shirashi knows most of the prisoners. So Shirashi looked at him and Shirashi didn't really say anything about that. Even he was surprised. So I don't know. Maybe he's not a prisoner or maybe he's just tricking us. Who knows? Either way. And and he like starts giggling and he's like, "Oh, I love the look on your face," and like just yeah. And he's like, Sugimoto's like, "I'm sorry to like take your time." And here he starts going, and then he's like, "I love the disappointed look on the face of boss Wakayama." So yeah, like he's giving me vibes of the killer, but I feel like they're going to trick us again into thinking that this guy's the killer and he won't be the killer by the end of it. It will be someone else. I don't know. Let's see. And then he's like, oh, like you'll never find the gold, and just leaves. So here we go. So even if he's not the prisoner, he's definitely someone who has information about the gold. So yeah, like either way, we need to find him again. Like and we'll probably do that in the future. But now he just left, ran away. So yeah, now yeah, he has Sugimoto and Shirashi. They're talking about it, and Shirashi's like, "What should we do, Sugimoto? Should we like just forget about the pirate and go like follow him, or?" And Sugimoto's like, "Yeah, like I don't really know." Like, but then they decide to go to Sapporo. Yeah. So all right. So that's that. Now we get to see Botaro. Yeah, he's in this place, this like this Ainu village, and he's asking about the gold, like where it is. Like I'm going to read this part. All right. Okay, Topu River area, Ainu village. I heard a rumor that you might know where the Ainu hid their gold many years ago. Asking this old man, your brother was involved, wasn't he? And he's like, I've heard that some villain killed him and his comrades, then moved the gold. He's like, where do you know where? He's just keeping quiet. And he's like, yeah, I do know. So obviously, this guy who's with Botaro, he's like, how much can we trust him? And Botaro's like, you must have heard where the gold they buried was found, right? Okay. And he's still keeping quiet. And yeah, several rivers. He brings out a few of the rivers' name: Topu, Sorachi, Saru, Shiruichi. And Botaro's like, yeah, it is kind of like matching with the names that Heita gave us. So all right. So this kind of, I'm guessing, kind of proves his like authenticity. And then he's like, all right, so where did they put it? And he's keeping quiet. And then in the end, he's like, all right, you know what, Gondo, 3 more bushels worth, bring me in. And I'm guessing, like, obviously that was a bribe to make him open his mouth. Either way, next we see Sugimoto and his group are in the ship or the boat, whatever you call it, and the little boats that are being tugged along with it. Zukin is like in one of the boats, and with the horses. So they're like, oh, I'm guessing Zukin is staying at a distance because he wants to make Ashripa a bait to find Ogata. Now, I'm not really sure if that's what he's planning, but I'm pretty sure he's keeping a distance from them because he wants to keep an eye on like the whole perimeter. Now, here's the thing. He knows that if he stays, like, he's a sniper, like close combat is one of the most like one of the things that a snipers, I guess, are obviously they aren't really trained, they are trained to fight close combat, but they are at a more advantage at a distance than the close combat, unlike Sugimoto, who is like close combat person. So staying along with Sugimoto is, I guess you could say, is a foolishness. Like being a sniper, he should always keep a distance, like so that if something happens to Sugimoto and his group, he can cover. Just like what happened in just after this, what happened? Like they got attacked by Botaro, and he was able to provide cover from the back, that type of thing. So yeah, I think like it's a perfectly okay strategy here to keep their distance, but at the same time it is also like they're prone to get separated because of that. That's what happened almost over here, where they cut off the rope and the boat just stopped. That is a disadvantage, I guess. But yeah, as a sniper, it's good that he's keeping a distance. Now, anyways, next we see the boat. Like a lot of people you can see here, Ashripa goes to sleep, and this postman, I thought he was Hijikata. Maybe he's in disguise or something. But no, he's just a random postman. Now, in front of the ship, you can see Botaro is there, just there on the boat, trying to get hands on the ship. And the captain of the ship, he's like, oh, is he one of the pirates or something? You know what? Don't mess with me, and just tries to ram the whole boat and just run them over or whatever. Botaro's just jumps down and dives in, while one of the other boats just capsized, gets hit and the people fall in. However, Botaro is the diver, the pirate, as they call him. So he just goes in underwater, moves swiftly, and I love how he just jumps up like a fish and just gets in the ship, and he's like, now here's the thing. He opens his gun. Wait a minute, just a minute. The the thing, the wheel, the gun wheel. He opens it, the revolver wheel. He looks at the bullet. What was he checking? Oh, he puts the water out. Now here's the thing. Wouldn't the gun not shoot because it's doused in water? The gunpowder, wouldn't it just I'm not really sure. I don't know much about guns. So, but I would think the gun wouldn't work here, would it? Even if he just threw all the water out, wouldn't the gunpowder be damp and it wouldn't fire? I don't understand that part. Why? Okay, but anyways, maybe there's an explanation which I don't know. He did take out the water, but the gun, the bullets were still in the magazine. Wouldn't the gunpowder get damped, and wouldn't it wouldn't shoot, wouldn't it? I don't know. Anyways, he's like, stop the ship, and yeah, Sugimoto and Shiraishi comes in, and Botaro's like, oh wait, who are you? Shiraishi, you're here. And then these two people, they come in, and okay. Yeah, so then these two guys, they're they come in. The captain's be careful. They are also with them, because both are called Shiraishi, and that's why there's a misunderstanding. And Shiraishi's like, no, we're not we're not together. And this guy tries to get the gun from Sugimoto, and Sugimoto's like, don't touch my gun, and he'll shoot you. And Sugimoto just grabs him and throws him on overboard, but his rifle falls down into the lower deck. And yeah, so Botaro's pretty impressed. Botaro's like, damn, a pretty capable person is working with you. And yeah, so then suddenly, like like as they say, your friend of the enemy of your enemy is your friend. That type of thing happens here. The the army, they like Kamiyamaru, yeah, this ship with the people like the over there, they're coming, and both are like, wait a minute, this is a problem. And obviously Shiraishi, Sugimoto, they'll also be in problem if they get to them. So they're like, all right, you know what, let us calm down for a moment. And yeah, while Sugimoto's like getting his hand on like his weapon, and Shirashi's like, stop, Sugimoto, we need to ask him questions before you kill him. But Sugimoto just is like, just his bloodlust is coming out. So okay, here Shirashi has a little conversation with Botaro, and he says like, we figured that someone had to know where the Ainu first hid the gold, and so we're looking for them. And Botaro's like, oh wait, you too? So you heard the same thing, didn't you, Shirashi? That the gold, the rumor that our tattoo code can't be solved anymore. Now this part, okay, he kind of explains this part later on. I need to read that part to properly understand, because okay, when I'm going to go to that part, I'm going to properly read that part. Anyways, we get interrupted here where they're like, oh, there's like a ship ahead of us. It's a problem. So what do we do? So they at first they're like, all right, you know what? Let's just act normal. And he kind of points the gun at the captain. And he's like, act normal. Don't really do anything. And like those guys, they're like, like just waving, and they're like goodbye. But then comes in the hell, the postman from hell. He comes up. He's like, oh, you have a gun? And he's like, yes, I also have a gun. They'll regret choosing the ship I was aboard. And they give an explanation that the postal workers carried guns. And this is the first time this guy has actually gotten a chance to use his gun. So he's very excited, And he's like, I'm going to show them, like messing with me, huh? Like in these 30 years, he never was able to use his gun. So now he's very hyped. He's like, yeah, like finally my time. And I love the one-liners that he's giving. He's like, for you, this river leads straight to hell. And just points and just shoots. And I actually thought, like, I'm pretty sure everyone thought that he actually shot this guy. Turns out he was Zuki. I don't know how he was able to time it perfectly as to when the postman was shooting, but he did it flawlessly. And the postman's like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I am the chosen one. And he's just like, yeah, like, oh god. And everyone actually thought that it was the postman shooting. But anyways, this makes like those guys, the guys from the army, they're like, wait a minute, a gunshot, what's happening? They're shooting the passengers there, like, move the ship and let's go. And yeah, so here we get to see the postman. He's very happy. Wait a minute, what is his name? Everyone's like, damn, that postman kicks ass. And the postman's like, yeah. Okay, he's been a postman for 35 years, and this was his first time firing a gun. And even he's not the one who shot him. It was actually Vasily who fired at the same time, who killed him. Yeah, so I'm guessing it's a coincidence that their whole like shooting like coincided with each other. Yeah. Again, this guy's one-liners. Sugimoto's like concerned about Ashipa, and he's like, "Kiss my lead." Oh god, this part was hilarious, and everyone's like, "Oh, the postman's killing everyone." Okay, so the army is coming in this direction while Botaro's like, "Oh, give me the steering wheel," and he goes and just bashes into them, and I like cuts off the thing, the what's it called, the boats that were being tugged in. Those lines cut off, so Vasily's just there, like just stuck, while the ship goes forward. And Shiraishi like, yay, we did it. And Botaro's like, yeah, you see that, Shiraishi? Yeah. And then I love how in this situation, like like his gun, like his bullets run out, the postman, and then this guy's like, oh, like I found this rifle, like here, take this, and he's like, yeah, you know what, it's time to level up. It's like, I'm the postman from hell. And then he starts randomly shooting, like like here and there. So both are like, who killed my men? And they're like, oh, this postman from inside. And he gets pissed off. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get him. So he takes the anchor, starts like, that was crazy. He actually starts just moving the anchor and just throws it inside. Obviously, Ashira was also in danger here. So Sugimoto screams and Sugimoto like, Ashira, like look out. And Ashira saves the postman as well. So yeah, so while this is happening, Sugimoto takes out his knife, and yeah, this part was crazy where Botaro actually hits him with the anchor in the head, but Sugimoto's like, yup, not happening, just punches him so hard. He's like, this put Ashira in danger, don't you know that? And okay, this part was amazing, like this part was crazy, where, okay, I'm gonna see this part again. Botaro points his gun, and Sugimoto puts his hand on the gun and puts his pinky finger in the what do you call that? The thing, the hammer, on the hammer, not on the hammer, but in the little gap between the hammer and the gun, so that it doesn't, fire. And yeah, that was actually like crazy. Like, imagine the amount of experience you need to have to actually do something like that. Like at that moment when someone's pointing a gun at you, the first thing you do is that put your pinky finger in that place so that it doesn't shoot. The amount of experience and the amount of fights you need to be actually involved in to have that much sense to what to do in that situation, that is crazy. And yeah, obviously the gun doesn't that doesn't trigger, and he uses his sword to attack. And I just love this about Golden Kamuy, like their way of fighting is so unique. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I've seen a lot of animes, a lot of seinen animes as well, but never ever have I seen an anime where they fight in such a unique manner. It's not just punch, kick, shoot, and I don't know, whack. It's not that, like most of the animes are like that, like, oh, you bring out a gun, or you do martial arts, like, bust some crazy moves, like most of the animes are like that. Here they actually fight smart, like crazy smart, and their battles are so unique. It just always makes you surprised as to what's going to come. Here, for example, I've never seen any anime do anything like this, where what Sugimoto did here, puts his pinky finger in that little gap so that the gun doesn't trigger. And immediately he knew what next to do, that he takes his sword and tries to attack the place where his hand was, and Botaro realized what he's doing and just put his, just threw the gun away. Like, these battles, like not only this scene, like we've seen this multiple times up until now, the battles are so unique, it's one of the best things, like the way they does the battles. You don't know what to expect, and that's what is very exciting. Anyways, Botaro kicks him, and Sugimoto goes and gets whacked into the railing. The postman is very trigger happy still. He just wants to shoot. Okay, so, and he shoots again. So I'm guessing the bullets are out. So Asipa's like, you know what? I can lure him in with some bullets, or with some potential bullets. And she obviously, Ashipa didn't have any bullets. She's like, oh, come here, there's more bullets over here. And he's like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna go there. Just like that kid who got lured in with candy, this old man got lured in with bullets. And he's like, okay, let's go. Goes in, and he's like, wait, there's no bullet here. And Ashipa grabs the gun from him and just kicks him all off board. Just kicks him, and he just falls in the water. And Ashipa's like, run, not run, sorry, swim. Swim, old man, swim away. And the old man starts swimming away. And I love how he's like, like doing the doggy paddle. This guy is actually very lucky. He actually didn't get shot. The shots missed while he was just waddling away. uh, okay, but then the battle with Sugimoto continues. Botaro's using the anchor, while Sugimoto is just, like, yeah. So she's like, Sugimoto, there's something you want to ask him, right? So Sugimoto throws away the gun, kind of showing his intention that he doesn't want to fight anymore. At first, I thought like he threw the gun away because he was like, oh, let's do a little fist fight or something. But no, he just threw the gun away to show him that, yeah, I don't have any intention to fight, so calm down. And yeah, that kind of worked. He stopped, like, like swinging his anchor, and they actually had a conversation after that. So Botaro says something here. He says like a little over a year ago, I met one of the other escaped prisoners, a Yakuza boss named Wakayama in Sapporo. I got close to him, intending to kill him and strip his skin, but I got surrounded by his men. Now here's the thing. I feel like I've seen this guy before. This Yakuza guy in one of the previous episodes, and I just forgot. Where was it? Like, I cannot remember, but his face is extremely familiar. I am 100% sure that I have seen him somewhere in the previous episodes. And I'm just forgetting that part. Anyways, this boss, he also has a tattoo. So, excuse me. He's like, you won't be able to crack the tattoo code. Now, okay, I need to read this part properly because what he tries to say here, I think he's basically trying to say is like, any of the tattoos could have been destroyed. So it's not like, I don't know. Like, you know what? Let me read this part. Butaro says why. He says that, I mean, it's possible you might end up feeding the fishes after you drown in the ocean somewhere, or eaten by a bear, and or perhaps some weirdo might ruin everything. Wait, so yeah, that's what he was saying. So I think what he's trying to say here is basically like, at first he says, "Oh, that you won't be able to like crack the code," and when he's like, "Why?" He's like, "Oh, like any of the tattoos might have been just gone in the ocean. Maybe fishes ate it, or maybe a bear ate it, or maybe it burned down completely." So I think that's what he's saying. He's basically saying is like, we have so many prisoners, so it won't surprise me if one of them actually dies in a bad way, that the tattoo is completely undecipherable, and undecipherable, and you cannot really like use it. So at that point, you won't be able to crack the code. So what's the point in even trying to find it? Is that what he's saying? I think so. Like, that's why according to him it's useless, because, which I kind of can see what he's trying to say. Like, there's so many tattoos, so many prisoners. It wouldn't surprise me if any of them die in a bad way, that their tattoos cannot be recoverable. So what then at that point, what do you do? Like the tattoo, the what do you call it? The, oh god, the treasure. Yeah, the treasure won't you won't be able to find the gold if one of the tattoos goes missing, or it gets eaten, or something like that happens. And I think that's what the Yakuza boss is telling, that yeah, like there's so many people of you, so many of us. So I feel like by the end of it, like, it wouldn't be like, we won't be able to crack the code, because at least one of them will be unrecoverable, and it'll completely destroy our chances of getting the gold. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that his logic? I think that is his logic, and that's why he's like, I can't be bothered to find the tattoos. And he left Botaro. He's like, didn't even strip his skin, because for him he was worthless. Yeah, and not only that, Ashipa's like, it's no, no. Sugima, Shiyashi's like, that ties in what Ashipa-chan heard the peddler say, but the peddler was like, oh, the gold won't be found, something like that. So Botaro says, that's why I gave up on finding the skins. Shiyashi's like, do you know the place where you hid it? And he's like, what do you think? Yeah, so It is true that finding it would get you closer to the gold, but I can imagine Okparabo hiding the gold somewhere easily found. That is true. Like even if you're able to find out, like unless and until we get all the tattoos and obviously Ashipa's knowledge, we won't be able to find the gold, because if it was that easy to get it, like Nopambo definitely wouldn't make these tattoos. So like that's what he's saying. He's like even if we find the place, or maybe we are able to like kind of narrow it down, I don't think it would be that easy to find it unless and until we get the tattoos. Which I agree with. Like, yeah, like then if you find it that quickly, what's the point of the tattoos? Like, I'm sure Nopperabo had something in mind when he made the tattoos. He definitely made it in such a way that even if you're able to narrow it down, you won't be able to know the exact location unless and until you have the tattoos with you. Like, yeah, something like that. And also Ashipa's knowledge. Sometimes you can't even find the change you put in your own pocket, right? And yeah, this is the whole freaking world. Like not the whole world, I guess. Like in Japan and like like that territory, but still, it's a pretty big place. So yeah. And both was like, so why don't we work together? And I'm like, oh my god, not again! Another person working with us, and then again by the end of it, like we'll probably get split off again. Like this has happened so many times in this show. Like we work with someone, they become a temporary ally, and then we just have to like split off. And like first with Ogata, Hijikata, Surumi, like everyone. We've worked with everyone at least once. Like, and within those few people, there's a few loyal ones who we still have with us, like Shiraishi, Tanigaki, and who else? I guess Inkamat as well. Now that she is with us, who else are like extremely loyal to us? I guess these few only, and like I'm not really including like Ashipa's family and all that, because they're not really in this battle. They're just like like onlookers. So I'm not really including them. Only the people who are like in this whole like gold rush, this whole thing. I'm only including them. So yeah, like these are the few people who have been with us from the beginning and have stayed with us up until the end. Up until now, at least. Like I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but up until now. Like there was a little section where we felt as if Tanigaki might actually have to betray us because of Inkaramat, but he still didn't do that, and now he's like completely still loyal to us. So yeah, but this guy again, I'm like, oh my god, not again. Like I'm sure like something's going to happen in the future. Like we'll probably become good friends with him and become good teammates with him, and then probably something else is going to happen, because this is the truth of this show. Everyone's working with you because of their own interests. They're going to work with you unless until your interests coincide. As soon as it starts getting divergent, yeah, you're going to split off. So that is like basically what this whole thing is. So yeah, like just work together with each other unless until their interests coincide. And both I was like, yeah, like you're always quite fun, Shirashi, so let's work together. And it's like, I like strong men like you too, Sugimoto. And Sugimoto's like, Shirashi's like, we're gonna end up fighting over the gold. He's like, oh, how about I make you the upper class of my citizens in my country? So he wants to make a country. Okay, so he says, Sugimoto's like another weirdo talking nonsense. Within the whole Surumi situation as well, like not Surumi, sorry, what's his name? Hijikata, yeah, where he wants to make a like a country or whatever. I'm going to be a king on a warm island in the South Pacific somewhere. I'll grow fruits to sell to other countries. So he literally wants to be a king of his own place. I guess it's a lot better goal than everyone else. Like a lot of the other people, what they're trying to do. I guess, because like what he's trying to do doesn't really harm other people. So yeah, why not let him be a king? He just wants to. Yeah, but anyways, he's like, even put my face on the currency. Oh god, and he's like, yeah. And Sugimoto's like, oh my god, not again another person talking about making a country. What's up with you guys? Why does everyone want to bear the burden of something as big as a country? So he asks like, what about you, Sugimoto? What about your family? Like, did you kill them or something? And Sugimoto's like, no, like my family died in tuberculosis. And we get a little bit of a flashback, and yeah, so here in the flashback we see how his father was suffering, and like how everyone like ostracize them, obviously, because of the disease. So like in the hospital, Sugimoto was trying to get to the hospitals to find a place for his dad, but he wasn't able to do that. And by the end of it, his dad was finally like, you know what, Sugimoto, like, leave, don't stay here long. You'll catch my disease. And he's like, try to do something for yourself, you know. And he's like, your personality is a lot like me, and when it's like that, it doesn't change easily. I'll go, and Sugimoto was like, no, I'll try to find, like, you know, like more. Like, I'll go to the hospital again. And then there was that little cat who came in, and he's like, oh, both you and I are useless, aren't we? Like, you know, like, isn't Black Cat supposed to cure tuberculosis? And yeah, he's then told by his dad to leave house, but Sugimoto's like, no, I'm not going to do that. I won't let this beat me. I'm immortal. And that's where his whole immortal Sugimoto started. It's crazy that, like, you know, like, thinking about this situation, I always thought that Sugimoto's whole I'm immortal Sugimoto started from the war, where he was like, oh, I need to survive, you know, like, I need to go back to my house, go back to my family, you know, like, not family, but what's her name, I forgot her name, the woman that he liked and who had to marry the other guy. Yeah, you know, like, he was like, yeah, I need to go back to her and give her the money. You know, like, I thought that is where this whole immortal Sugimoto started, where he was like, yeah, I am immortal, I need to stay alive. However, it's interesting to see that, like, war wasn't the reason why he started calling him immortal. It was actually disease. Like, it was the disease that his father had that made him first, like, you know, like, think and, like, you know, make himself, like, you know, like, think that, yeah, you know what, I'm not going to listen to anyone, you know, like, I'm immortal, I'll survive this, like, you know, because of disease, not war. That's interesting. I never really thought that it would be something like that. This is where immortal Sugimoto started, not because of war or something like that, because of disease. Okay, so both are us, like, what do you plan to do about yourself? Like, you're here in this, like, you know, gold, like, you know, thing, gold race, but what do you want to do for yourself? You know, like, after getting the gold or whatever, do you have any plan, anything? Do you have any dreams? And Sugimoto is just not able to answer because he really doesn't have any. Like, all he wants to do now is help us Ashiripa, and then after getting the gold, he plans to like, you know, give it to that lady, and that's it. What else? After that, what? He really doesn't have anything else to do. Okay, so he says, like, Sugimoto, like, I'm the same as you. I also lost my family because of smallpox, I think he says. Yeah. So yeah, let's team up. Anyways, so they're here, you know, like, they're reaching the dock, and Buddha's like, I'm sorry everyone, like, you know, like, I won't harm you, like, as a little, like, you know, like kindness, I'm not going to take your belongings. I'm just going to take the mail. I think that's what he says, like, the post letter, the letters. We'll just take the money from the registered mail. There you go. And then he sees in the luggage Heita's that thing. And he looks at it. So I'm guessing he realizes here that these guys had contact with Heita. So yeah, and that's where it ended. So yeah, a great episode. We get to meet the pirate, and quite a few things happen here. We meet a weird person, this peddler, who we don't really know who he is, what he's doing. Is he really the killer? Because they kind of gave us little hints, which kind of made me at least think that he's the killer. But I feel like they're tricking us. He's probably not the killer. It's someone else. But let's wait and see, you know. And yeah, and what else? And then yeah, that's what happened. And we get to we have teamed up temporarily with Botaro. So that is it, guys. So that is my reaction to episode 11 of Golden Kamuy season 4. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Golden Kamuy. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.